Hey friends, dearest and closest of quilty creative friends. I'm trying to come up with my applique process, and I think I've landed on an approach. I just want to share it with you. If you remember, and if you haven't, just go back and watch the last 2 or 3 videos and you'll see the quilt that I'm working on. Let's see if I can get you angled down a little bit. It's a 44-inch square, and let's see, what do I have here? It's what I did is a whole cloth quilt on the long arm, and that's going to be the background for these large applique pieces, and that's what I'm coming up with now. And I'm going to applique. Right now I think I'm using a little bit of Misty Fuse, but I'm going to free motion quilt like you're outlining watercolor, you know, like it doesn't have to be perfect, and that's going to be fine. So I needed my butterfly pieces to match my dimensions of my quilt. So I took this piece of paper, which is freezer paper. It's 18 inches, and I laid it out the full width of my quilt and got my butterfly. This is the size of those applique pieces. And then I've decided that this one over here is going to be a cone flower instead of what you see there, kind of more cloud-like. It's going to be a cone flower over here. So I need to work on that a little bit, but what I do know is I've got my dimensions of my paper accurate. So, I mean, this is not an absolute straight edge, clearly, it doesn't matter. I'll oversize the applique pieces on this side, but what I'm concerned about is my height of this applique piece versus the height of this one, and then how I'm going to make each of these petals, and if there's going to be anything that touches between these two, anything like that. So just proportions is what I'm concerned about right now. If this all works out as I plan, then I will take these upstairs, and since it's on the long arm, I can use this iron right here, you know, on the long arm, because it's cordless. I can take that up and use that and then stitch, but I'm not gonna worry about stitching out or cutting out anything else until I know what I'm doing is working, right? This is going to be primarily, I think, just stitched on, just quilted like an embroidery almost with the free motion quilting. I might make the bigger stems a little bit of piece of fabric that's stitched over to give it some depth, because your proportions are so large, right? You can't just have this be just like a little bitty piece, right? A little bitty, like the width of a piece of thread. That wouldn't be cool. I don't know what kind of flower this is, but I like my shapes here. I like my butterfly there. This is a ginkgo leaf, which I need to kind of look at a ginkgo leaf to see if they are indeed, you know, like 3 loops here. I had a couple of ginkgo trees once, and that's what I recall, but I need to make sure before I do it. And again, this is going to be a cone flower now. I figured out earlier what my colors were going to be for this, this. So these are going to be greens. This is a little bit of yellow with a slight little bit of pink in it. But this, you got your pink, green with yellow, and I can't recall what I had here. But I laid it all out in quadrants so that I knew that my colors flowed well, my fabrics. And I've got a picture of that, so I'll put that, since I'm not editing this video, I'll put that on my community post on this channel so you can see it. Okay, so in the next video, you'll see what I've learned and what I've done wrong and what I've done right. So this is going to be fun because it's totally outside the box thinking. We'll see, one step at a time. Keep moving that needle.